Still Chillin' is an independent podcast where lifelong friends and guests sample the best tequilas and more.
Grab your favorite drink, listen and chill with us
Go to stillchillin.com
to see how you can help.
Everybody's here.
You guys have you met Brian?
No, I have not.
No.
My name's Brian Brian Lopez.
That's Chino. Not Chino.
I'm Chino, dude.
Manny.
Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Tony.
And then Carlos. Hey, I was trying to pay Chino with Zoe, and I was looking for him as Chino. I was like, damn,
No,
Chino.
I knew it. That's what I told my wife. I'm like, Silos is over here trying to pay me, probably looking up Chino and shit.
I'm just too used to saying Chino, but I'm going to try to say, for this episode, can I say Manny the whole time?
Try it. You probably won't.
I'll try it.
Well, we all have nicknames. Brian, Buzz, right? I think that's the latest one.
I don't know.
You don't know.
People at work call me Fudd because I wear a little hunting cap sometimes at work during winter.
Like Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, you definitely don't get to pick your nickname. So
nope.
All right. Well, I think we're just going to get going on episode 24. No. Yeah, 24.
4. Yeah.
4. It's the... I think we're closing out a cycle with this one, right?
Just about. All I'm missing is Cascawin.
Yeah, I mentioned that Cascawin is the only one he hasn't had.
Oh, no. Tequileño.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't mind doing that one again. Do you still have some of that one, Carlos?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I have it.
Fresh episode. We got a special guest, Brian. Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me on.
So Brian was him and I used to do the bourbon first, and he was early to the tequila game. So he was talking about tequila before I really started taking it seriously because of his dad has always had an affinity, right, Brian?
Yeah, my dad loves tequila, but he's kind of old school. He likes Don Julio. One of his, I think the only additive free one he likes that I don't even think he knows about additive free, but the only one he likes is Siete Leguas.
Okay.
That's
a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's all into that one. And he's just a old school Don Julio and Herradura. So
all the old school Mexican names, right?
Cazadores
and
I think Siete Leguas is from that same area from Don Julio, so that's kind of probably why he likes it.
Well, I don't even know if he realizes that, they're owned by a British company now. So
which one is
Don Julio?
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'll still drink it every now and then.
We're having El Tesoro today. I mean, I think we learned that one was owned by the Suntory people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or either partially owned or it's like a partnership. I think
it's a partnership. Actually, I was reviewing it, and it's a partnership, so they help them distribute it out here.
Okay.
And then was it Tyler Wang? He's the brand ambassador for El Tesoro. He's the one that actually pushed it more and did more marketing for it, and that's why it's kind of started growing out here in the States already, basically.
Yeah, because I never ever would have thought to even, back in the day, I would have never even seen this bottle. Although the old school, the bottle design before this one, I was at a liquor store this weekend and I saw the old design still on a shelf and I was like, what is this? Is this a bootleg? No, man. Before this look, it's like a square one. It looks completely different. It doesn't have this label at all. It has like an agave plant on there. You should look it up. It's
there's that one. It was kind of like a reddish thing, if I recall, right, Tony? Like a reddish label.
No, I think the one I'm talking about was just the glass, and it had black writing on it. I'll find it right now. It's crazy.
And there's another one before that, actually, where the bottle was kind of like a marble brownish color, but they say they changed it because when they would put it in the bar, in the back with no light, like a little bit of light, like a dim light, they wouldn't be able to see what it was, so people wouldn't order it.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that's why they changed the bottle, and that's the one you're talking about that came up next.
Well, check this out. I'll
So
show
I have two old ones.
Look at this one. Okay, let me show you really quick. Share
A ver,
screen.
Tony, enséñamela, güey.
Oh, man, how do I do this?
Share screen.
So I saw this one at the store, and I thought this was like a bootleg or just not a bootleg, but like just a whole different brand or something, like a wannabe. But no. So there you go. That's the one nice. I saw, and I don't know how that's still on the shelf. I should have. Yeah, I should have bought it to compare. Maybe
from the guy that I was hearing talking about it, he said when you see those old school ones, just pick it up. Make sure you pick it up.
Brian, are you keeping your old bottles, or do you just throw them out and recycle them?
No, I usually just throw them out. I do hate throwing away the Fortaleza bottles because they're just so nice. But
do you keep the piñas at least, little handcrafted?
No, my brother-in-law does though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so far I've been keeping one of each, just to have it. I put water in it just to make it look like I have a full bottle. Somebody's going to be disappointed when they try to drink it.
Hey, let me get a shot.
Yeah.
Of water. Now, speaking of bottles, I think all three of us have this one, but not all of us have the rock.
Nope.
Yeah, I noticed that today.
They're slightly different, man. It's not just the top is different. It's even the bottle shape is different. So that obviously here's the old top. Here's the old top right here, and the new one's just like wood. It's like a temporary.
Yeah.
And then look at even the bottle shape is different. Like
it is.
This guy's like a stubby guy, and then this guy's got the whole like.
Oh yeah, I didn't. Oh shit,
it did change, huh?
Yeah. Well, this.
I like the older bottle.
Yeah, way better. So this has got when you turn it upside down, it's got the piloncillo shape.
They got Dante or what?
Yeah, it's broader and it goes through like a cone. And then this one's just like a jar. This looks like a So I guess they're running out of I don't know, they're having issues with bottle supplies and corks and all that. So they switched for now. And at least this is still $7.50 because you know what's kind of crazy? You said your dad, he likes Siete Leguas. They've switched to a 700 milliliter now. So instead of a 750, they're like, what's that called? Shrinkflation, where you charge the same but you give less. So Siete Leguas now they've changed their bottle and it's less liquor in the bottle. So at least it's still 750.
Is that shrinkage?
That's what I thought happened with this one because I was like,
we should get started with the first tasting.
Sure.
And then we can kind of discuss what we discussed last time, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
So usually we'll just. So Brian's like you, Tony. He has he follows a lot of the Facebook groups, right, or Reddit groups, and just kind of they discuss the ins and outs of these new tequila craze, which is hilarious because the reason Brian left bourbon is because it got harder and harder to get bourbon. Now it's happening to tequila.
I gave up on that shit.
So we're
too expensive for me.
Man, it's crazy because so far, we started with tequilas and the plan was to slowly like go into the repos and all the other stuff, which we'll get to eventually. But I'm finding that I really, really like the Blancos. Like I just like how they taste and they're the cheapest ones. So it's like, so I like that part of it. So did you say you look at like some Reddit tequila groups? Because I've seen some Facebook ones that
I've only been on a one Reddit thread. It's just Reddit tequila, and they have some guys on there that have so much info.
Yeah,
I don't really take part because it seems like they're only additive free. I'll still dabble with other tequilas.
Yeah,
but they're all about the additive free, and they seem to have all kinds of info on there.
It's similar with the Facebook ones. They're all definitely to the additive free for some. I guess I don't know. It's been a while since I had regular ones. I mean, I went over to somebody's house. And I had some I don't know, what the heck is a...
Patron?
No, it was just... No, like, definitely just... I don't know, was it like...
Jimador or something?
It was either that or... It was probably something like that. But no, it was more... Jose Cuervo.
Okay.
It was just like so... Blah, not good at all.
The Reserva is not bad, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Reserva is good. The Reserva is good.
Yeah,
that was just some Blanco.
Alex just dropped off a 1940. Well, he didn't drop it off. He was here a couple weeks ago, and he brought a 1942. So I still like that one a lot.
Yeah, I just
not additive free. one of the things that we're pretty consistent. So look, we're doing the additive free first, just because it kind of worked out naturally. But I think more than anything, is just to get people to really taste it. But we're not, we don't badmouth the additive ones. I think the ones that we don't really recommend yet are the hyped ones with the celebrities. But the classics, 1942s. There's a couple other ones, right? And we talked about the tequileño. Maybe Tony, you'll like that one, the original one that has the additive, has piloncillo.
Well, the additive is sugar, so that's fine.
Yeah. So.
But I actually probably will like it more than the other one. But
so we're not haters, but we just we recommend the additive free stuff, but we don't hate.
I recommend them too.
Well, we just had that Tahona thing last week, which we don't know if it's additive free or not. One day we'll find out. The Tahona, Trujillo Tahona. It's a tequila that you can't really get here, but we got it when we were in Mexico. And it only just came out like a year or two ago, so it's not confirmed additive free. But they use clay ovens, they use the Tahona. They go through all that effort.
So if they're going to go through all that effort, they better be additive free, most likely.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll check it. I'll try to get that answer. But yeah, let's go ahead and just
start pouring it out. What do you get? Do you get any smells out of it?
I can't, smelling out of the neck, not that good of an idea. It's always better to put it in the sniffer.
Yeah.
I'm not getting too much out of the neck for some reason.
I'm definitely getting the agave on this one.
Yeah, you get the agave smell, like really ripe.
Smells minerally to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's just this bottle. I just picked it up today, so.
Yeah, but it doesn't have a strong odor of alcohol, like ethanol type of smell.
Yeah, no.
No, it doesn't.
It's really mellow, so it's not bad.
Well, it's deep well water.
It's leggy too, dude. I don't know if you guys see it. It's like super leggy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean this guy, he's the one dude who like is he tries to have the sweetest agave, the brick, I think they call it. Like they can measure how much sugar is in there. And I think he's won some kind of recognition for that, for having some of like the sweetest ones. I guess how they grow it and how long they wait probably goes into that.
I say we take a sip now and then continue with the review.
Sorry, I already got started.
No problem.
Go for
it. Well, we have a little tradition here, Brian. That's always old school. It's all good. We got the pre-gaming before the. Let's do it. Well, arriba, abajo,
abajo,
centro, y para adentro.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, it's good.
Do you guys? I got like a smoky taste out of it. I don't know if you guys get that.
Let me see.
Like a smoky type flavor.
Yeah, I get more smoke. It doesn't taste that sweet to me for some reason.
It smells sweet,
I don't know.
But right, it smells like the piña's really ripe, but you get that smoky taste.
Maybe it's just my bottle.
Maybe, I don't know, take another sip, Brian. Let's see what you get.
Definitely smoke.
Usually what happens is by the end of the episode, you get the sweetness once we go, because we do ice next, and then we go back to meat, and ice brings out the sweetness and all that stuff.
Good.
I'm getting a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
A lot of pepper.
Definitely. Yeah, Chino, this is like a pretty, it's pretty well regarded. Like, if you recommend this one for someone kind of looking for, if they don't know what to get at all, you tell, get El Tesoro Blanco. They're not gonna be disappointed, like with it.
No, I don't think so. It's pretty good.
I guess like broad appeal, I guess is what I'd say. Like, could appeal to a lot of different people.
Hey, by the way, you messed up already. You already called me Chino.
Ah, damn.
So these are all at the Aldena distillery, right? Everybody's bottle.
Yeah. This is the old distillery that Manny was. Because I guess what happens is La Alteña is kind of like the old family distillery, and then after that, the brothers kind of like got their own separate ones here and there. Like Felipe, who does G4, He's got El Pandillo, and he's got another one too.
Tapatio.
Well, Tapatio's made at La Alteña. So they make Tapatio, which I have.
Both in the same place, right?
Where's my bottle?
I've had it before at my brother-in-law's house, but I think he had the other bottle. I remember liking it, but I think I was already drinking, so...
Oh, yeah. See, that's the same thing happened to me.
I do remember it being sweet, but like today, for some reason, it just doesn't taste sweet to me.
Let me see.
I don't know. Like I said, maybe it's Blanco? My bottle. Yeah, it was. And I have the Reposado, but I've never owned the Blanco before till today.
You know where the sweetness is? Like, it's pretty much coming right before the alcohol and the pepper. Like, as soon as you start to drink it, the very beginning, like, that's the sweetness. Because it's got so much pepper. But
now that I smell it more, I smell more agave. If I really stick my nose in there.
So look, I went downstairs to get this.
Tapatio.
Yeah, this one is the one that they... this is the first tequila that they made at that distillery, La Alteña. So this is the one that they've been making forever. I wonder if it even tells you the year that they started. But it was... Oh, yeah. So this Tapatio, this one's since 1937.
But it's the same one, because it's the same distillery, right?
From, I think that's definitely... So once they opened that distillery, this is the one they started making. Tapatio is what they call people from Jalisco, so kind of makes sense. La Alteña means like
I never knew that.
Yeah, Tapatio, hot sauce, and so that's people from Jalisco, and that's why like in tequila they call people tequileños. That's why they have that tequileño tequila. So this is Tapatio tequila from Jalisco.
Yeah, so Brian's dad is from Jalisco too. So all you three have a Jalisco connection.
Yep.
Whereabouts, Brian?
Tecolotlan.
Oh, in Tecolotlan. I'm right next door in Juchitlan.
Oh, Juchitlan. Oh, yeah. That's where Art's wife is from, right? I believe so.
Art. Yeah, so yeah, we do the bull riding festivals and all that stuff in February. March. Yeah,
all right.
I'm always going over there. Party like a rock star.
Cool. Yeah, I went there in 2010. I've been wanting to go back, but now I want to take my family.
Yeah,
you should go, dude.
Definitely.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I went for the carnival.
Yeah.
When is that? The February thing you're talking about?
Yeah, it's in February. El Carnaval, they do. It's bull riding, right? So they do all the bull riding it's 10 days of festival.
Yeah. They had the bullfights at the end. I went at the tail end right before Fat Tuesday or whatever. I don't know how they call it in Spanish.
Oh,
every day is a different day, right? Like Viernes is Viernes de Becerros. Then you have Sábado, Jaripeo, and all that stuff, right? But it's pretty cool.
So all that is what, for like Easter? Or
basically.
Before Lent.
I've never been.
It's just like Mardi Gras.
Yeah, I never been to Mexico in that time. I always go in like December.
It's fun, dude. And then it rolls per town, right? So it goes to our town first in Juchitlan, which it probably came from Mautlan first, then comes to us, and then 2 weeks later it goes to them in Tecolotlan, and it just keeps rolling, keeps going. Carlos Camarena was trying to age one for, I think it was 43 or 46 years, and he named it El Muy Añejo, but the Mexican government didn't allow it and said there's no such thing as a Muy Añejo, so he stopped the production on it. And I heard it from that guy that I told you, Tyler Wang, the El Tesoro ambassador. You know, he ran into it with one of his offices of Carlos.
All right, before the ice, what do you guys like? Strong pepper, strong agave. That's what I'm getting, like a punch of pepper and agave.
Definitely pepper.
Mine has a little smoke to it, but you could definitely taste the legs. It tasted like very, I don't know, alcohol-y, more alcohol to me.
Yeah, I think that's what Chino was saying.
Yeah, I got the smoke taste. It tastes like the fruit is really ripe as well. So the agave is pretty ripe, and the alcohol I don't taste much on it, and I find it kind of mellow on the alcohol. You do feel it like that burn sensation, or not the burning, but that heat, like it hugs your chest. If you know what I mean, after you drink a shot.
I agree.
That's what I'm feeling. Yeah.
For me, I think what I like about like the agave from Los Altos versus like the tequila area, is that it always reminds me of like it has that it's like the citrus taste that always reminds me like a margarita.
The margaritas.
The citrus, man. Yeah.
The margarita.
Because there's not like lemon in here or nothing like that, but it just says whatever that is.
What you got going, Silos? You showing your little kitty cat?
He's finding sleep over there. He's pissed at me because I let him out.
Let me grab my ice. I think.
All right, so ready for the ice?
Got a decent ice. Decent ice cube.
Hey, Brian.
Cube.
You be hooking up your ice too, or what?
Yeah, I'm on the same, I guess, side as Silos, clear ice. Mine's
there you go. Oh, nice. You be chopping your shit up too and everything?
No, I bought a clear ice maker. Well, it's like a little small box. It only makes like, I think 6 or 8 clear ice cubes.
Oh, okay.
So, like 2x2 ice cubes. Yeah, I got it. I found it on Instagram. I should. I think it's called Ice Made Clear. Might as well shout them out.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. Make sure you post.
Maybe you guys could get sponsored by them.
Ice Made Clear. Yeah, we need.
Yeah, I think they're based here in California.
Yeah, because I always get like 75% of the way there. Like I get like that corner up there, but the rest is all right.
Here's mine, Tony. Look,
he's got a system.
But I'm not gonna sit there and try to chop it up. So I just leave big old chunks.
I tried that. Man, I was done with it.
But the system, you got that Ice Made Clear. You don't have to do any of that. It just freezes.
No, it's like has like a silicone ice tray that you sit on top of this. Like it looks like almost like the igloo cooler, small igloo ones, and then give it I think at least 16 to 24 hours. Yes, same size as that. Yeah. And then it has the silicone tray on there, and then it just does it for you.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I think I got to get that because there's a new trick after you get clear ice that we'll bring up later.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to get that.
I gotta know now.
I know. It's pretty
cool. Seen that like stainless steel container where you put your ice on it and it just melts it?
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah,
I've seen some that make designs on your like clear ice.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
You basically so you got this cool clear ice, and then you sit it down on these patterns, and now you got an ice cube that looks like a diamond and all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah. Those things runs like about 100 plus, dude. No matter which one you try to get.
I wonder why, because I think all it's doing is just melting melting the shape into the ice or something like that.
I'm gonna have to go on Alibaba and see if I could get them wholesale and get one for everybody.
Like $2.80.
Alibaba.
All right, I got my ounce in here. The ice cube.
All right. Well, let's try it out, guys. Let's check the ice version, see what it's like.
Do we have to say your thing again? Or?
We do it in English.
Oh, okay.
Do we get this? Do we have one that we like already, Carlos? I forget.
Well, we had a couple iterations of it, so we can just say the as above, so below. While we're in the center, let it enter.
Oh,
I toned it down.
It tastes. Yeah, it's super mellow.
Yep.
Yeah, it did mellow it down.
A lot.
Are you enjoying your tequila on ice at all, Brian, or is it mostly just neat?
Mostly neat. The one I love on ice is the Fortaleza Still Strength. Oh, it tastes amazing on ice. It just mellows it down, I think, to that 40% and tastes perfect.
What is the still strength at? Is that 54?
I think it's at like 46 or 48. I can check if you want.
Oh, did you hear that? I guess there's new Fortalezas that I forget what they're calling it. So, you know how they water it down to 40, right?
Yeah.
So they have still strength, then they add water to get it down to 40. They just started making one that they make at 40. So they don't add water.
Mm.
Yeah.
It just comes out the still at 40.
Yes.
And actually,
I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
That's the process that the Tesoro does.
Really?
After fermentation, they don't add water after. So they hit it at 40 before fermentation and everything. So that's it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was researching. It's pretty crazy because, like you guys said right now, right? Like, we're over the alcohol range. Just kind of water it down. so you kind of lose that flavor. So maybe that's why we're getting a lot of that agave, ripe fruit taste. I think.
Yeah. But yeah,
Don't lose those notes.
I wonder. Fortaleza has a name for that process, like that. There's a way to tell. It might be. I don't know if they're calling it based on a lot or some letter on the bottle, but I don't know. It's a pretty new thing I heard about. So, but yeah, so you're saying this is similar to that?
Mm-hmm. They're doing the exact same thing, basically. Well, that's how they do it. They're not copying Fortaleza, because...
See, Brian, your dad would probably like this tequila if he likes Siete Leguas and Del Julio. He'd probably be a fan of this one.
Yeah, for his birthday, I just bought him that their new one, their 70th anniversary one.
Oh, the Siete?
Tried it yet. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one. The tall, kind of white container, I think.
Mm-hmm. It comes in that, like in a paper bag inside of that tall cylinder.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet, though. I was trying to convince him to open it, but he didn't.
You don't want to open yours?
I know. But I'm like itching to, though. I really want to try it. I hear it's really good.
We do.
Yeah, I still have
tried that Fortaleza Añejo. We tried it at Tony. Silos and I gifted it to Richard, Tony's brother, for his birthday, and we're like, "Hey, pop it open, so you could taste it."
Yep.
Yeah, they finished the bottle with shots. Like, oh man, oh well,
they
it's his
finished
gift.
it with shots. I would have slapped someone.
Carlos brought up like that, especially if they were drinking it, did they give them shot glasses?
Yeah, Richard had those little shot cups, or
plastic shot glasses.
Yeah, so if if they give you something in a shot glass, you're gonna do a shot. So if they had poured it in a sniffer glass or something like that, people would be like, oh, okay, let me drink it a little slower. You don't think so?
No, I did mention it, like, hey, this is not for shots. So you kind of sip it and then...
No, but what I'm saying is, if somebody gives me a shot of anything that's really, really good in a shot glass, I'm not going to be like taking little sips with this little shot glass.
Hey, that's how you started this podcast.
So it's almost like it's like even Cubans with the Cuban coffee, they give it to you in a little cup, right? So like I'll go to my in-laws, they serve it, and 2 minutes later they're coming around and pick them up. It's like they don't expect you to take your time when you have such a little cup. They expect you to basically take a shot of it and be done. But I like it, so
enjoy these things.
I'm the one that's really slow with the little cup, and I feel kind of silly because I'm like taking little sips out of a tiny little coffee mug.
I got a question. You guys keep talking about this Richard. Is it the two Richard Cabreras?
There is two. How do you know about both of them?
Because there was a trip to Big Bear that I was a part of where one of them went.
Which one? Was it not my brother? It was the other one?
That was your brother.
Was it a short one?
Yeah, it wasn't the other
one?
It wasn't the short one. I know that one.
All right.
My brother.
Plenty times.
My brother was on the episode right before this one. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, it's out today. So on today's episode, that's out now, episode 20.
That was an interesting trip. I just have to say that.
Oh, really?
That was an interesting trip.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many years ago was that? I kind of remember
a long time ago.
Planning for that trip.
Trapped in a van on the side.
Wait a minute! I think I remember was it that trip? I remember he got stuck in Big Bear and I had to drive over there. It wasn't Big Bear; it was something next to it.
Nah, you didn't pick them up, but we got stuck. We got snowed out before we get up there, so they weren't clearing the road. So we had.
No, we didn't. We didn't pick them up. I was debating like, how am I gonna get over there? What do you mean? Where are you? I didn't really go. We're in the drama. That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's cool. I didn't know.
You know what? Oh man, that's nuts.
What year was that? For what class or what? Because I didn't get to go to Big Bear.
No, I think
it was after high school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think it was like 2003 or something, or 2004.
I was out there partying like an animal, dude.
But 1 year, Skippy started. This is around the time where I kind of started introducing my friends from Hawthorne to friends from Lusinger, because Brian, we went to elementary together, junior high, so I've known him for a long time. and Skippy, obviously, and Richard and Tony and Chino. Right? I met you guys in Hawthorne, so you guys went to LMS. So I started bringing guys around. Skippy already met the crew, and Skippy was like, "Hey, can I invite Richard?" I said, "Look, everybody, it's easy going, so yeah, bring him." But Richard can be a little. He likes to have certain things, right? Sometimes.
Was he all particular and shit, or what?
Fucking Richard.
Hey,
you know your brother. To be fair, man, it was just a weird trip because of all the situations that were out of everybody's control. It was just like snowed out.
Yeah, it was really big storm up there. I remember a snow plow waking us up in the morning because we had to sleep in the van on the mountain.
That's cool.
And then the highlight of the trip to me was some big argument at the end.
Was Richard involved?
I think so.
No. Was he? I don't know.
There was just some dumb argument. Yeah, it was like really dumb.
We
it was
were
about
ahead of our
rappers and all kinds of other stuff.
Oh, it wasn't the
Tupac versus Biggie.
It wasn't wasn't it about women's rights and abortion?
That too, yeah. There was abortion in there. It was all over the place. That's all I remember.
Like 20 years ago? What are you talking? Oh my gosh.
But
so think about it.
It's still memorable to me. So I guess it was a good trip.
Yeah. So remember, we were all guys, right, in a cabin, stuck when it was storming, and again, not a nice cabin, drunk. Talking about women's rights. So think about that. A bunch of guys talking about abortion.
Oh shit!
And rappers, right?
But
hey, but see, that's the cool thing, right? About this podcast, let's talk about is about still chilling and the things that we chilled even after high school and kind of the progression. But so yeah, see, friends all kind of keep popping in, right? Richard. That's why Brian's like, oh, the two Richards.
Yep.
It's crazy, dude.
Maybe we'll have the other Richard on one day.
Hey, I don't want to take too much credit, man, but I purposefully introduced two worlds. It's kind of like the metaverse. Have collide.
So Brian, you went to Lusinger then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted to go to Hawthorne, but they said I couldn't. I had to go to Lusinger.
Oh, based on your address or whatever?
Yeah.
That's where you sign up at your Theo's, dude. Fucking Theo's address.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
No, I had no one living over there.
So what you guys think on ice?
I like it on ice. It's pretty mellow and easy to drink.
I already finished.
I agree.
Mine. Put more.
Yeah.
It's a lot better on ice.
Yeah.
Me.
Yep. So my prediction is you'll get some more flavors out of the neat round this time.
Back to the meat, guys.
We're going back to neat because I just put more on ice.
Oh, you can have it however you want. On ice, it's really...
I've never done it that way, so I do.
Yeah, because usually neat, ice brings out all the other, knocks back the pepper and the harsh stuff. And then you can kind of feel it the third time.
I think the palate also kind of adjusts, right? And once you bring it back, it's like, oh, this is what it's like. To me, that's why I like doing that. Because I remember at some point we thought, okay, you could do what you want for the third one. But I've stuck with the no ice, back to no ice, because it really does open up the flavors. And
yeah.
Not to mention, like the more you drink, you eventually just like, okay, I forget the alcohol. Like that kind of that effect, that first drink of alcohol goes away.
We proved that very clearly in the first episode.
Yeah, it tastes like lemonade.
First episode, we thought we were drinking just like lemonade. So.
Oh yeah.
At some point,
you guys put too many back.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, it's way too many. But Malacopas over here.
So
it's good.
Tony's
Turn on the
nickname.
light right here, real quick.
Go for it.
The lighting looks fine though, man. It looks kind of dope.
Nice, yeah.
Well, he can't hear you, dude, because he walked away.
Ah.
That's
yeah, man.
Right.
It's all good.
It looked fine because you were getting the light from your screen. So
yeah,
it's only when you're on screen, man.
Oh really?
It's all bright.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
okay.
Of your light in the background.
For sure.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just lit up by my monitor.
All right,
also.
then I'll turn it off.
The lighting look. The lighting look. Oh, that looks. I like that lighting.
Better.
That looks cool.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that looks like hey, that looks like some predator or something.
You're
Catch a predator.
You're starting to look like Skips right now.
That's cool. I like the blue background.
How to catch a predator? Throw my way.
All right, let's see if we get any. If this drink is any different than the first drink.
Hey, Brian, you know any sayings?
No, I don't.
No drink
I
sayings?
just know slancha in Irish.
What is slancha and then the drink?
Well,
Slancha.
slancha.
All right, we'll go with slancha.
Saca la plancha.
Oh, sorry, slancha.
Saca la plancha.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
It's not bad, but it's more citrusy, no?
That's
I'm
the
getting-
citrus that I'm talking about from the beginning.
I'm
yeah.
getting the sweet citrusy now.
Mm-hmm. It's
It
sweet.
tastes
Now I see
sweeter
it.
on this
Sweet.
turn.
Yep, now I get the sweetness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I like.
And the sweetness is right at the start, right? I mean, like the tip of your
Yeah,
tongue,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And it's
But I
pepper.
think it's more pronounced now. The pepper is a little dialed down for me now. So
Yeah.
I have this crazy theory with tequila, though, that when I open a bottle and I drink it right when I open it, it doesn't taste that good to me. But I feel like when it's like a wine. If you let it sit for a while and let the air hit it, it tastes better to me. Or like usually a week later, it tastes better to me.
I think I'm starting to sense that too, because that's what's happened with a couple of my bottles.
Right? See,
I think the alcohol burns off or something. That's my thinking.
Yeah. Well, it's like the regular alcohol that we use for first date. When you open it, it loses that scent,
Mhm.
right?
Maybe
You
it's
know.
so I have an idea. We can start making some still chilling decanters. So instead of wine,
that
you
could
put
work.
you put your tequila in there and let it breathe. So you can let it breathe for an hour, and it gets that oxidation.
Mhm.
And man, I think we're onto something.
Hey, is that a way to really stretch our dollar?
No.
We do a round 3. Everybody pours their tequila for an hour, lets it aerate, and then we do the show. Because we had Fortaleza Reposado like 2 episodes ago, and I wasn't that into it, mostly because of the additional flavors that come in with the aging. I was surprised. Like I was like, oh man, I miss like the kind of like the citrus. I didn't get that anymore. Really, I think that's what it loses. It gets replaced with like I sense like more smoke, which I guess that comes from the wood of the barrel or something.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The whole tequila thing is it's just if we can move people away from it's a shots spirit. We're taking shots. We're gonna get drunk to a now enjoy it, sip it.
Yeah.
White, Blanco, Reposado, Añejo, I think we're good. And that's really, even with the Blanco, right? We went no ice, tasted ice, back to no ice. Even then, that changed it. Now we're going to aerate it. We're talking about decanter. So
a lot of people who are liking those, they're coming from other drinks, so they're probably used to all that stuff already.
And, the good thing about these Blancos is not only can you enjoy them, but you can make cocktails. So even to this day, I will make a fucking cocktail with Macallan 18. I know I get a lot of pushback and shit for it, but listen, I'm a big believer in quality ingredients make quality whatever, right? It's like when I have a real quality steak, I'm going to put salt, I'm going to put pepper, and I'll put some butter, I'll put some olive oil, and maybe once in a while I'll put some cacao or some coffee grinds. It's gonna, but it's gonna be quality cacao, quality coffee grinds, right? I'm a big believer in like you guys. Anybody a Friends fan?
Friends, the show Friends.
Yeah.
My wife just started rewatching the whole thing. I've never seen it in my whole life ever.
But no, never have I.
And she's rewatching it, and it's actually pretty good. They have a bunch of like celebrities on there out of nowhere.
Well, that's where they started. Stay away.
Yeah.
No, like Van Damme is just in an episode. I'm like, what the heck? How are they getting all these people?
So Friends got really big, and they use a lot of they use a lot of celebrities that got big. Seinfeld is the one that has a lot of celebrities that were just starting.
I've never even seen Seinfeld, man.
Oh, what?
Man,
Yeah.
Seinfeld's the shit, man.
Even like I said, Friends is new to me. I always saw those shows. I was like, I don't think I'll like it, and I just stayed away. And then, they're pretty popular for a reason.
The only show I watched like that was Family Matters, dude.
Oh yeah,
That was about it.
I saw that one. TGIF for sure.
Yeah.
Full House.
Small Wonder.
Oh yeah,
Celebrity.
Small
Oh,
Wonder.
Tango,
man. I was in love with the
Tango.
robots from
Boy
Small
Boy
Wonder.
Meets World. Oh
Vicky
yeah,
the Robot.
Oh, Small Wonder was
Vicky the robot.
a corny show, man. I think I tried to find it on YouTube, and there's like 3 episodes of it. I mean,
Which one?
I know
Small
what
Wonder.
streamer owns the rights to that.
Small
They
Small
need to
Wonder.
bring it out.
Oh yeah, okay.
Did you ever heard of that show, Chino? The
Yeah,
chick
I
she's like a
remember that one.
robot. Yeah. There's a crazy show
Yeah.
that I don't think anybody remembers except me.
Which one?
What is it?
Tell me.
Yeah, around that era, it was a girl who should like touch her fingers and everybody would freeze. And then
I
Yeah,
remember something.
she would go
like that.
around, and then I think it was called Out of This World or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that show.
You do?
That's
Okay.
You remember Ghost Rider?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
I
I do.
love Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
Oh,
Right.
the PBS whatever bullshit.
Yeah, it was on
Yeah.
PBS. I could not. Every time I would try to watch it, it was
Dude.
never on.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
right?
That show I'm talking about, it was on for 6 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it was 87.
Well, all the shows
What-
back then were just looped, right? Because you watch
Yeah.
the same episode over and over. I mean, that's all we had.
I'm going to try to
What
find
what
episodes.
network was that Out of This World?
I mean, I know it was like on basic TV. Out
It
of
was
This
on the
World.
WB.
No, it was before the WD. That was like KTLA. Oh, it was NBC.
You know which show was like super ahead of its time? I watched it like now as an adult, and it's like, holy crap, this is still relevant in like Wonder Years. Holy shit! I think
Oh,
it was
yeah.
ahead of its
Never
time. as
liked
far
the
as, like-
Wonder Years.
No, dude, you gotta watch it. I did, but I didn't realize how much shit went over my head. Like as far as like the message.
Oh, yeah. So
That's
like,
like
it was like
I
a
think that's
biopic
why
show.
it was too over my
Hey,
head.
yeah. So
I'm
I
just a
I
kid.
think if Skippy was here, he would say that shit was like OG woke.
Yeah, they made it woke. They made that shit woke.
But you know, it was like with an accepted woke back then. It was like against the
But
Vietnam War and all that stuff.
I think woke stuff was better back in the day because it was less in your face. You know, it's like, hey,
And,
Yeah.
first let's make something good and just kind of like drop it in there.
and actually
Wow.
made sense.
Like, I mean, it was definitely
Hey.
more subtle.
Tony, did your
All
brother
right.
watch Doogie Howser?
I never watched it. I don't
'Cause
think we
he
did.
He became a doctor, dude. So
Yeah.
fucking Doogie Howser.
Nah.
All right. Well, I'm glad we are getting nostalgic, but why don't we get ready to get some grades?
All
on
Poured
right.
another one. So
Me too,
Hey,
man.
man.
Cheers.
Cheers. So did I. Look at that.
I'm
Cheers.
drinking out of a shot
Cheers.
glass.
Hey,
Oh
I'm
man.
already.
Gonna sip it.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip it though.
Come on, Tony.
All right, we're doing this
Put that
round,
away.
so that as you taste it, think about a score because it's gonna be score time.
okay.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought we were
Let
gonna
me
think
smell first.
about green apple, Tony.
Getting that pineapple, strong pineapple now. The mineral and pepper kind of went away from me.
Man, it's crazy how you keep mentioning pineapple, and now I'm starting to think pineapple. And you heard the story about like Camarena, his dad, Carlos's
Yeah.
dad is like the first guy. I forget what his name was. So
Felipe?
Felipe, yeah, duh,
Felipe.
Tesoro de Don
Felipe.
Felipe. Anyway,
Yeah.
so Felipe is the guy who brought. Actually, I don't even think it was him. I think it was his grandfather. His grandfather, so Felipe's dad, he was the first one to bring agave to Los Altos area because it was originally from Tequila area. So that's a while away. So when he brought agave to Los Altos area, which is kind of like where my family's from, it's like an hour away from, hour and a half away from Tequila. The locals would see it and they thought it looked like pineapples because I mean to me it does look like pineapples when they cut it up.
Yeah.
And that's I don't know if that's why they started calling it la piña because it's not, you know,
Probably.
piña means pineapple,
Yeah,
and when they cut
makes
off
sense.
yeah, so they thought they were big pineapples. Was kind of great because there's no pineapples in Mexico that I can think of. They have cocos, coconut.
Not inland, I doubt it.
Yeah, I know they have. Well, inland, I'll buy coconuts for some reason. There's people selling them on the side of the road, but
Well,
There's for sure coconuts. Right? My dad's from.
yeah,
Lázaro
coconuts.
Cárdenas.
Yeah.
Porque se cayeron del trailer, güey.
But pineapple, I don't see too much.
There's piña. Definitely some tropical fruits. Papaya, right? Papaya, piña.
Yeah.
But you're right. I mean, I guess it's not as common inland in in Jalisco and.
Yeah.
Well,
Tequila
there's a
area.
lot of stuff that's available but not common. Like the last trip I made down there, my brother made them peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They were like, whoa. My cousins
Eres
like,
americano.
they didn't have like they've never made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. My cousins, because it requires like white bread, it requires peanut butter, and it requires jelly. Like they never buy any of those.
You make it with a
Yeah.
bolillo, fool.
Yeah. So,
That's what I
that
do.
sounds good
and you know,
right
you
now.
know the craziest thing, actually. So we wanted to make the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. They don't have toasters, but in Mexico they'll sell you white bread toasted in a bag.
Oh,
You know that,
yeah,
Carlos?
that's true.
It's
I don't-
crazy.
yeah.
Well, I
It's
don't have a toaster.
toasted.
I put my white bread on the comal, dude, on the skillet.
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah.
toast my shit.
Mm.
But Chino, have you seen that toasted
Good
white bread?
too.
Yeah.
That they sell in
El Bimbo.
Mexico? Bimbo.
Oh yeah, the
Bimbo,
Bimbo.
the barras.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah,
good.
Bimbo.
I'm like, why aren't we toasting it in the U.S.? This is pretty good. Just pre-toasted. It's like a big crouton.
But
Yeah.
I guess because of big crouton. That's true.
Yeah.
If you think about it, when you toast something, you want it warm, right? I mean, if you're buying it out of the bag, it's
Yeah.
It was
cold.
missing the warmth, but
Yeah.
we made them anyways, and they liked
Hey,
it.
we probably don't have enough time here, man. But I'm not a huge fan of toasted peanut butter and jelly. But just throwing it out there. I
What
like
do you
it nice and
not?
soft.
You don't cook it? Oh, you don't toast it?
No.
No, you gotta have it
No.
soft bread.
Yeah.
Doesn't he
soft.
tear it up that way? Like smearing the
No.
peanut butter, rips it up.
No,
I don't
man,
really
yeah,
do toast food. I'm beginner food, straight up bolillo all the time.
Damn. So I'm the
Tony's
first welder
whitewashed.
here. Oh, I gotta get rid of my
Alright.
toaster.
So, hey,
All right,
I'm
but
pretty
we'll rate our-
whitewashed because actually I skipped. I'll tell you what, I skipped the toaster. You guys have a point. I'll tell you why. I think you're right because I've skipped the toaster level and I'm in a big old like Breville toaster oven.
Damn.
So that's my toaster. So you guys are right.
Hey, pinche Tony. Hey, see, Tony thinks Chino out here like on fucking brick ovens in the back on la leña. Hey, throw me the leña in the oven.
Well, the comal. I mean, you know.
hey, food.
Nah,
That takes a
all
while.
right.
All right,
Steve,
scores.
We'll rate our peanut butter and jelly recipe some other day, but today we're rating the tequila tajona. Hey, one last tidbit. Tajona, I mean, El Tesoro is one of the few that's 100% tajona crushed. Right? Because we've been talking about El Frankenstein,
That's what
Felipe
the
Stein.
that's what the old cap is supposed to be, right? Like a Tahona wheel. So
Yeah,
that's-
One of the few, 100% tajona crushed.
yeah.
No, so there's no water added at the time, right? To your point, it's just 40% sauce. So,
So again, I guess that's why you get the good flavor out of it.
That's
all right,
crazy.
So
That's good.
who wants to start it? You want to start it, Brian or Chino?
Sure, I'll
'Cause-
give my score already.
All
I
right.
give
And
it
we do
a-
we could
Oh,
do
sorry,
points.
go
So
ahead.
like, just so you know, we do like you could do points. So it's between 1 and 10 and 8.5, 5.6, 6.2.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
so it's not a perfect science.
On my score, like I said, I don't know if it's just this bottle or if it was something else, but I give it a 7 out of 10 for me, just based on this bottle. On my past
it.
experience, it tasted a lot better, but like I said, it was I had already been drinking,
Ya estabas pedo.
and I tasted more sweet notes the last time, but right now I just taste more minerality and like more peppery on the
Yeah.
finish when it goes
That's good.
down. So
And
yeah,
you
I
had-
give it a 7 right now.
You had one of these bottles, right? The wooden.
Yeah, with the wooden top. That's
Okay.
why I'm like wondering if I should have got the Tahona top.
Yeah,
Had
right.
that, it might have been better.
Well, they don't have that one no more. They stopped at the Tahona
see?
top, right?
Hopefully they bring it
Am I-
back.
And what bothers me, just sorry not to extend it, but I have my repo with the Tahona top, and I love that repo. So
Okay. Well, what about your bottle? I mean, if you have your bottle at hand, what batch number is it?
this one,
Yeah, it's
It
on the bottom
is-
right.
yeah, it's B024.
See, I got 2-2 on mine.
I got 2,
What about
3.
See,
Silos? What do you have?
2-1.
Oh, so we
Yeah.
have
2, 1,
Yeah, I'm all
2,
in
2,
order.
3, 4. Yeah,
yeah. See, it could just be a batch problem.
Yeah.
definitely.
maybe.
Yeah. And that does happen. People with the imperfect science and no additives. So that I think that's. So we haven't actually mentioned that, but I think part of the non-additive properties is that each batch, it's like wine, you get a different flavor. So
Exactly. Yeah.
That is
there
true.
you go. One more similarity to wine, where the aeration, the oxidation. You know, you
And
like it
like I
breathe.
said, I'm in love with my repo one, so that's why I'm like, I'm not saying I'm disappointed with this. It's still very good, but like it just feels more harsher than it should to me.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
expecting it not to be that.
Well,
pepper.
that Repo one that you're talking about, it's crazy because these guys actually beat Fortaleza. Fortaleza ages the Repo for 7 months, right?
I'm not sure. I don't know how long their aging process is.
So he says they wait for 7 months no matter what, and then that's when they do the Repo. Now these guys, I was reviewing them, and they actually wait till 9 months, 8 to 9 months. Okay. So they actually make their Repo a little bit longer than Fortaleza. Maybe that's why you get better notes out of it. You know, the caramel, all that barrel taste, right, like a whiskey, and it's closer to an añejo.
And as far as I know, I think it has to be at least like 2 months for it to be considered Repo. That's like the minimum.
I think
something
it's
around there.
2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's not like that much.
You know, it's crazy. It's 2 plus. There's also it depends on the volume that you're making.
Oh,
too. Okay. It's weird. There's a rule about how big it is, because sometimes people are technically they're technically a Repo, but the batch isn't big enough. So there's some other thing other than the year. I think but
back to, man, we're getting into the weeds here with that.
I know, I'll bring it up. I think it comes up with Tequileño deals with that.
All right.
But
Chino. Well, Chino, your first time too. Well, first time sober.
I'm a wait. Hold on. I had to think about it. Am I sober or not?
First time trying it when you're sober.
I mean, I guess I got a pretty good batch because I'm gonna give it. The smell's not that bad. You know, you don't get that alcohol smell, like that ethanol smell. You get the agave. You get the smell of the agave, like a ripe agave. Tastes pretty good. Doesn't burn. I say a flat 8 probably. That's what I give it.
All right.
That's what I was gonna give it to. So I just cut my review short. I was gonna go flat 8.
No, go give your review, Tony. Come
on. Okay, so flat 8 mostly because no, I'm gonna change my score.
Fucking flip.
No, not Tony.
No, I'll give it an 8.2. I'll give it an 8.2. Yeah, because it so far everybody knows my favorite Blanco is G4. And G4, this is like similar-ish.
Still yet to try that.
It's similar in some ways, but it's less complex than G4, I guess. It's a little flatter, but it's kind of the style, similar style. And I just had Tapatio this week a bunch of times. And even Tapatio is a similar style. I guess the style is the citrus. That's kind of my favorite thing about Blanco tequila is when I can feel that citrus taste. Yeah. So this has it.
He loves his citrus, right? So, there's a few things you got to know about Tony.
Lemonade.
Brian is he loves citrusy lemonade.
Okay.
He loves G4, but he's in love with Lalo.
Lalo's pretty good.
I was about to say that.
I like Lalo too. It's a pretty good tequila.
Oh, we're talking about tequila?
But we weren't talking about tequila. He just had an encounter with Lalo.
No, I'm just talking about Lalo. When we first had it on the show, I thought it was all right, but then I had it more and more, and I was like, oh, this is like, once I picked out like a graham cracker thing that's in that one, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever have it again, Brian, look for this like graham cracker cinnamon.
I don't think I ever noticed graham cracker.
Well, look for it next time. I like to find a differentiator because otherwise it kind of tastes the same. It's like, how is this one different?
The same notes.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's the only one that's got that.
Tony gets caramel, not caramel.
Well,
when he drinks it.
And pepper, very peppery. Lalo's very peppery.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get to that one again.
What you got, Silos?
My lucky number 21, B021, 8.1. I think I gave it last time an 8.2, but I think now 8.1. I enjoyed it better the third time, meaning after the ice. But it's a solid Blanco, man. I mean, I think I got the agave, I got the pepper, and I think that's part of that strength, right? But I imagine, right, after I take a couple of sips, after I enjoyed it, then the sweetness comes in. So I think I like that progression of you get hit with the agave, the pepper, and then you're sipping it, then you start enjoying the sweetness of the pineapple and the other properties. So 8.1. I believe I gave it 8.2 the first time. Solid though. Recommend it for sure.
Hey, you know what, Silos?
What's that?
Why you flip flopping, bro?
No, 8.1.
Oh, okay.
Oh, from the first time?
You started with 8.2 to 8.1, the 8.3.
No, I said the first time I gave it 8.2, but today I stick to an 8.1. But
I kind of have a follow up for that question. Like, is this your same bottle from the last time or no?
Oh.
Yeah, it is the same bottle, man. I have so many bottles that I'm not like Tony over there, man. Remember, we put together an intervention for him, brother.
I think this is
what's this?
Well, I think
intervention.
Well, look, somehow I don't know how Carlos is doing it. He must have like a big selection. By now, I have a big selection too, but all my bottles are like this much. You know, this is like they're all at this level. You know.
Well, how I'm doing it, Tony, is that I got bourbon and I got gin. I'm a big gin right now. I'm in my big gin phase, but you know, gin is like the martinis, dry, wet.
That's probably what I need to do.
That fool says, "Call me Carlos." Carlos made that.
Right? Drink other alcohol.
Yeah, because all I'm drinking is the stuff that we have on the show. So I'm like, that's why they're all at this level. It's like, oh, I gotta jump around because I'm not gonna have enough for the show. But this is probably my third Tesoro bottle for sure.
I don't touch none of these.
Sounds like you
third.
like it.
Yeah, I mean we've been doing this for quite a bit, and it's and the reason I buy it, you know, third is because I can easily find it, right? So like I won't drink my other ones, and I'll get this as my backup. But yeah, I mean, for sure. Carlos, I can't believe he still has like. Carlos, did you finish the Ocho finally? That's done, right? There's no way.
The Ocho's done. Yeah, the Ocho's done.
That was like episode 1.
Yeah, that was done for sure.
I saved just enough.
Well, Ocho was my first tasting of a non-additive, and I had actually the reposado before I had the blanco, but they're both gone. Yeah.
Well, I have a couple. I actually have 2 more reposado ochos in the house, but I haven't even opened them. But so we're in the future right now.
Are we?
Last week we released Tequila Ocho episode.
It's done. El Nacimiento's done. Yeah, El Nacimiento's done.
Hey, so before we end this episode, I want to find out what is Brian's number 1 tequila, because maybe we bring him back if we ever do that one.
Oh, man.
Number 1.
I've been a Fortaleza fan since I found out about it. So, I mean, that is my number 1. I do love... I've shared it with Silos, but Cascanes Joven. Oh my god, I love that fucking tequila. It's really good. You gotta try it.
Which one's the Joven? Is that the 9? Or the 7?
I have to grab the bottle. I don't know the number, but they have a Blanco, Joven, Repo, and Añejo.
Yeah, hey, Tony. Brian's the one who said cheese. It. That's the one, the cheese. That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
It smells like Parmesan. Like stinky feet, man.
Oh, that panela one? That Mexican cheese?
Exactly. It smells like panela.
Oh, that's
Damn, I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It tastes so good.
All right, so maybe, you know, Carlos loves Cascanes, so we're probably going to have to do this one.
That sounds
I'm not surprised. I've only tried their Joven and their Repo, and I'm like eager to try the Blanco. The regular Blanco and the still strength one, because I've heard good things about still strength one, but yeah, that's like in my number 2.
All right, so if we can ever all find the number 9 Joven, we can get 9. Brian on that one. That'd be good.
Oh,
bring me anytime you guys want me to join. Let me know.
All right, well we'll keep you in the loop. But until
that's in my top 3. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, because we've had real quick, which Fortaleza would you say?
Man, see, I was sharing with people, like I just had this one Blanco that was so good to me. I don't know. You have to tell me what lot it is.
I like the Blanco for sure that we had.
This is the moonshine version.
Oh no, I've never seen that one.
No, I went to Silo's house and picked it up. It's in a jar.
This one's, I'll tell you right now, that one is, where is it at? Lote 142B.
Oh, I don't. Yours is older than mine. I think I have like lot 147, and it was so good. I couldn't believe it, and I shared it with my wife, and she loved it.
Yep.
I got
think that's like
146.
Such a good lot.
Did you saw our episode, right, with the invisible label?
Yeah.
Right there.
Los Abuelos. Yeah.
Yeah. This was, I guess I had a lot 141. So that's interesting.
See,
you said 147?
Yeah, and I have a crazy story. So, long time ago, I was on that Reddit thread, the tequila one, and people were talking up Fortaleza. I think this was like 5 years ago. And I decided, you know what? I'm going to buy my dad a bottle of tequila that he does not know about. And I bought it for him. And he let it sit on his shelf for a while. And I think it was 2 years ago, he finally opened it for me. And I tried it. It was the Fortaleza Blanco. It was good. This guy, he put it in the freezer. I was like, why'd you do that?
Chino.
I was like, why did you do that?
I have a bunch of my bottles in the freezer. That's why.
But I don't mind like tequila in the freezer, but I was like, this bottle doesn't deserve to be in the freezer.
Yeah,
certain
so
ones do, I feel like, but
You know
that one was not.
Look, so these are all my other ones that I have in the freezer, all the off-brand ones. Well, the brand.
Oh, there
ones.
you go, and that's fine. He puts a lot. He loves Cristalinos for some reason, so I don't mind them, but they're way too sweet for me. But
That's just the hype right now, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny how
I
you
heard
said
Carlos's episode about that, what he explained about the Cristalinos.
that's crazy to me, right? That explanation, and it's true
Yeah.
because I saw
nuts.
a bottle this week and it said Cristalino Añejo. I'm like, oh, you're right. They're basically
It sounds like the real story. Like, yeah, they need to get rid of these añejo bottles, so let's like filter them again.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
You know,
That was some inside. That was some inside information from a guy named
from your cousin, right?
Oh no, he's a podcaster, but he's legit podcaster. Like he does
okay.
it. Micro out there. Shout out to Micro.
Microondas.
Yeah.
Micro, que ondas.
I was
Right?
just upset that Blanco went in the freezer, and
Well,
I don't know
yeah.
what lot it was because I know I bought it like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Damn,
3 or
so it was
4
before the
years
hype.
ago. Yeah,
I think-
exactly.
I have a little
Wow.
bit of Fortaleza left in this, like
Tony.
an ounce.
Drinking
Good
on a
luck,
job.
replacing that bottle, man.
I think I have to have it right now.
We'll do it, dude.
Oh.
Why not?
But
Yeah.
Is that
okay,
Blanco, Tony?
yes, it is. It is. But
I
yeah, I
haven't
can't.
opened my Blanco.
Like, who does this? Like, why would I save this like half an ounce? Like, really?
Oh, Tony.
Trequilazo.
Tequilazo.
Trequilazo.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I make a mini?
So we created one called the Trequilazo.
So that's like it's
All
a
of
still
you
chilling.
created, or what?
It's a spontaneous creation that we created on this show. So I'll explain it.
I have
Hold
to
on.
try that.
I'll tell you what it is. So I poured a little bit too much in. Okay, so what I have is, hold on.
Hold on while I drink.
Yeah. So so what I have in this glass here. So Trequilazo is a simple drink. It's 3 parts equal of 3 good tequilas.
Tequilas.
Mm,
That's it. No mixer. So right here I have
okay.
1/3 Fortaleza, 1/3 El Tesoro, and 1/3
Porgy.
Tapatio because I
Oh, you
still had it.
You didn't do G4?
Oh shit! Maybe I should.
Oh, man, you just got.
No.
No,
You're
I already
fine,
have.
you're
I
fine.
already have Tapatio here. So hold on. I gotta make sure it's 1/3. Hold on.
So the only reason I bring up G4, Brian, because that's his favorite. He always
Oh,
brings
yeah.
them up, no matter what.
Dude, Brian, if you haven't had G4,
I still have not
You're
tried
missing
the
out.
infamous
It's-
G4.
yeah.
Look, dude, this is 2 episodes. So
Wow.
I don't know if you can see the first line right there. That was the first
No.
episode, and then it's
I'll
about right
pin-
here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's
I
the first
see it.
episode, and that's the second one. So
Ah, wow.
And his second episode, that was my first episode.
And
That's how
well,
much I had.
and the way it came about is because we do a blind taste test for like our 3 favorites or our 3, and then we just kind of go through that, see who can guess the actual drinks. By the way, I'm 2-0.
Oh,
Just throwing it out there.
Hey.
Oh, yeah?
But
I'm 0-2, fool.
but the last remnants, we just kind of put them in and just drink it. And so far, the first one was really good.
Oof.
Yes,
Right, so we're
that
trying
was
to see
amazing.
what mixtures make a good.
oh, I gotta check.
So the first tequilazo,
Trequileño, is that what you?
tequilazo,
Oh,
Tequilazo.
Okay.
It was equal parts Fortaleza Blanco, Gnome 1579, Arte Gnome 1579, and
Uh-huh.
what was the third one?
Was it Don Fulano?
Don Fulano.
Mm.
Yeah.
Fulano.
And that was
Okay.
so good. And then we've had another one, and then this is the third official one on this show. Is I mean, it's only
Man,
gonna
only
be
you
me.
can drink.
I'll compare it to the first one, which was so good. Although this has Fortaleza, this
And
has
Tapatio, which
Tesoro and Tapatio.
we haven't had.
All right.
Tequila silence.
I know, right? We're like got tequila envy over here.
Yeah,
We're
please
all,
tell
we're all
us
just
how it
staring at
is.
Tony.
It's really good. I don't know. I think Fortaleza is the secret ingredient to these tequilazos.
Think so?
Telling
I
you,
almost
man.
think I think Fortaleza has to be always in there because it was in the first one.
Okay.
Was it in the second one?
No.
No, right?
Because
Second
it was
tequilazo was.
Cascanes,
It was
4G, and Don
G4,
Fulano.
Fulano.
Yeah, man. I think Fortaleza is like the secret ingredient to a tequilazo because this is really good.
What do you get?
Let me get some more.
What do you taste?
You know, when you have them all three, the strong alcohol flavor for some reason cancels out.
Okay.
So the strong alcohol is gone, which is not off-putting.
It's like Mr. Burns. He has every sickness that he's.
You know what
helping.
happens? You know what's odd is what happens is, I'll try to sum it up. So when you have 3 different ones, maybe if it's the right ones, I have no idea, but all the extremes mellow out, right? So the alcohol mellows out, the pepper mellows out, the there's another flavor.
Is that
Alcohol,
your green apple?
pepper.
The agave flavor.
I think agave, the main one.
But yeah, that's the thing so far that, you know, if we've accomplished anything on this podcast, I think we've created a drink,
Tequilazo. Yep.
tequilazo. Like I've never heard of it before us.
You got compliments on it, right? Too, right? The tequilazo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you get that? ¿Qué es tierra mojada? Whatever you were saying.
Oh, let me see.
Húmeda.
That's a G4 thing that you get out of the G4. It's like this humidity kind of
Hey.
smell.
Hey, we gotta wrap this up, buddies. I gotta edit this and I gotta work tomorrow.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about
No
it.
stress out.
So we're done, obviously. Don't worry. If you like what you just heard, share links to our show with your friends. To help us get the word out, go to stillchillin.com to see how you can make more episodes possible. Thank you for listening.